Oh, I would love to
level
have
of
that
play
kind of
as a
career.
captain. Yeah, like
Alright, team with the most kills at game end. I think EG will win this game through draft. So I will say
Prepare for
EG.
battle.
Total number of players.
doesn't look like that many deaths.
I don't
Will
think
it be
that'll be that.
16 even?
I
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
got a bounty. We got a bounty. I'm gonna go 16. Up to you.
Every time I put will a tower be denied, yes, I am wrong. That's like 6 times in a row, David.
So now you're gonna be wrong the other way.
Yeah, number
Ancient
of
camp
range.
stacked. Whoa.
Oh, I don't think there's gonna be any, if at all. I think 0 to 5 is the safe.
Maybe EG because of the Drow, but
I think 0 to.
I think we're pretty similar.
I feel pretty confident.
You go
with my-
16? Yeah, you go 16. We go the same.
I think 16 might be high in a game like this. For some reason, I feel like I'm too comfortable seeing LGD just dodge fights.
They have got bounty life sealer. I like to think they're gonna try, not in the first 10-15 minutes, but this is by 25 minutes.
30
okay.
seconds.
I mean, looking at
to
how the
battle.
game's going to unravel, from the 15 to 25 minute mark, I picture LGD kind of upping the pace of the game if EG are playing passively.
Yeah.
Even if you're behind, the way you get back in the game is by fighting, getting kills. You've got Bounty Hunter.
I am glad that LGD have abandoned their Tide Hunter principle.
Yeah.
Because it honestly just felt, because Tide, it sounds weird guys, but Tide is one of those heroes that you have to really play around. He has to be kind of one of the focal points of your strategy just because of how important Ravage is. And it felt like because of that, they were playing too slow around it. Like it felt like LGD was uncomfortable playing around that Tide ultimate. Remember, we saw in 2 straight games where it almost felt like Xiao 8 was so hesitant to use it that the threat of it just kind of went away, which is the opposite of what you want out of Ravage.
Good luck, have fun, it's cold, as we'll see the two teams roll
The
out
prize
here.
is mine.
Now, opening game of day 3 of TI6 group stages will be Sumail playing the mid lane, Bat Rider. He's going to be going up against, of course, maybe on Mirana. Magic Wand already purchased, and
Oh, this is hard dueling to play against.
yeah, we haven't talked about the Lich Void, but this EG and PPD, this has always been like a not a go-to pick, but a pick he pulls out every now and then, the Lich, and to run these annoying dual lanes.
Yeah, this is going to be a rough one, and Xiao 8's going to have to deal with that as MMY and Aggressive are pushed into this off lane, and not really sure who's got the better of this, as it is 2 ranged heroes. One of them has a stun, but I'd imagine if MMY and Aggressive get a decent amount of levels, they can do quite well in this lane.
And with the third hero Bounty Hunter coming down, that'll be kind of the tipping point that should give LGD the edge. There is a sentry for EG hidden in the trees. Well, Banana, he went for the D sentry, but unfortunately for him, didn't manage to. Oh, he didn't even block the camp. He wasn't inside the little box, so.
Inside the little box.
Yeah. Gotta hold that alt key. He hasn't set up his settings.
Man, he has not set up his settings.
Yeah.
Dude, he didn't hold the alt key.
Xiao Wei actually doing just fine. He's really giving Zai a beating up top. But Banana, he's... I love this play. It's the, oh, we don't have a sentry ward. And then the creep wave comes though, so there's no more hiding it.
Yeah. And even gonna get wave of carried by PBD, so gonna cop some hits, but Bounty Hunter has an absurd amount of armor, which I'm always super surprised to see.
I mean, he's received so many other nerfs. I'm kind of okay with it by now, you know.
You can keep that armor.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna make a move on PPD. They do have the level of open wounds, but now Sai's down here.
There's no... Oh, he's got the 1 point in the cross spot, but PPD is the first blood. Banana. Then armor.
Yeah, and this is what we expected out of this lane. We thought that LGD, as soon as they hit level 2, they'd be very strong.
Yeah, I think EG recognized that because that's why they bring down the Lich, but it's a bit too late for them to salvage things here. Giving Xiao 8 the 1v1 against Universe. Universe should have the edge. He's already has the CS advantage as Pull Man Shield and Quelling Blade, but at the same time, Xiao 8 is not going to get zoned out by the Faceless Void here, so we should see a fast level 6.
I think Void can just trade hits. Just because every single time you get hit, you can time walk like that.
I was looking for the courier. Came just a little bit too late.
This can't be that great though for LGD, because now EG can turn EG Universe more into a core.
They definitely can, and that's going to be part of the plan. But I guess for LGD, it's what they do when they get this fast level 6 with Nyx. Like how active and involved can Xiao Wei get?
He's already out of mana. I'm a little bit concerned because I think as somebody who's played this lane before, it just feels so nice for Void. It feels like you're getting uncontested farm because, I mean, just look at the damage difference between the 2 heroes. 77 base for Void. Like that alone.
Yeah.
I played this lane. It feels miserable, gods.
Yeah. The Nyx, well, guess he's just gonna try do what he can to pull creeps away from the Void. So
no, he's just feeding them bigger creeps.
yeah. That's actually a good point. Yeah, you pull the weight back, then Universal take the Centaurs as well.
All right, he is getting absurdly farmed right now. He just gained like K of gold right now.
Yeah. He's already hit level 5. He's out leveling the mid laners with the neutral creep. So bottom lane TPD's been initiated on Banana once in. Central Ward was there, and I think Banana may actually go down here. 1 or 2 more right clicks. He will take a fall. Fear. Wow, that was big. He was just about to start healing after that Purifying Flame to an MMY. He had the follow-up right click. Ooh. That was so close to Fear not dying.
Very well done by LGD. And this is the kind of start that they need. We've talked about it before that Drow doesn't have a lot of weaknesses when you just allow her to get online so quickly, but this time the aggro tri-lane can really start to slow things down for them here in this bottom lane. But the other 2 lanes, that's where EG will kind of find redemption.
And Zhao, yeah, he's level 4, so hasn't really got a good escape. We'll Carapace up. And Banana's TP'd in as well, but Sumail with the haste rune. That haste is going to wear off. Zhao's going to turn and fight Banana. Maybe able to help get this kill. Has just a level 1 Trukin. Sumail is going to go down.
That is not great for EG.
That was, I guess Banana, it's like he's just respawned, so he's like, I can TP anywhere. They're diving my top lane. Let's go.
That'll alleviate some pressure from bottom, but very good rotation by Banana as they're going to make the aggressive move onto MMY, and
yeah, with the TP top, it meant bottom lane was very vulnerable. Universe even TPing down here. Has
trying to look for the angle,
and he'll get it. Kill and aggressive, both kills going to Fear, so suddenly there's a nice rotation from Banana. Universe 1-ups him and TP's bottom to get a kill on Lifestealer.
Now 3 out of the 4 top net worths once again belong to EG. The 2 supports though from EG, as a result of all this laning though, are hurting quite badly. And it's not like they have the most scaling late game supports either. LGD, they've got to be pretty comfortable having a bounty hunter and an oracle on their side, but Lich does start to lose his effectiveness post laning phase outside of that frost armor.
So the lane swap now coming out from LGD. They're going to leave Zhao 8 bottom. Universe is coming back in. Stun comes out initially, needs maybe a time lock and he'll get it. Zhao 8. Cool. Stun once, almost gets the kill in fact.
Yeah, 21 HP, but didn't really have a target to go for. As nobody's going to be able to mop up that Zai kill. Now Universe is going to TP back home, grab some mana.
Sumail slowed down, but the arrow not going to come out from maybe.
Yeah, in fact, MMY is coughing a lot of damage.
And this is just Sumail fire flank to push the wave so he can grab the rune, which he won't actually find. Bounty Hunter Banana was there at the top rune. Bottom rune still available if he can find his way down there.
Banana is being such a nuisance right now to EG.
His individual plays definitely been impressive this game. Like I think he's had some hit or miss games, but like here in the early game, he's showing good understanding of what he needs to do.
I think he just has to get into the groove of it, honestly. Like he just has to start picking up the paces. Zai up at top will place the sentry in the right area, but walk by it and doesn't see it.
Ooh.
That would have been pretty big. That's a freshly planted ops ward.
Will the creep wave see it? No.
No.
Wow. Just being ever so slightly in the fog.
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. There's actually a pretty significant mark. He'd have to walk through that direction, so...
Yep. Pretty cool spot for the ward as a result.
Yeah.
I mean, normally you see it a little further to the left because you want that ward to see the T1 tower for when you push, but... Yeah.
Fear is so scared right now. He does not want to play this lane as... now they're just gonna farm this together. I think maybe he's just getting impatient, and it's because EG know they have a ward.
Level 5 bounty. This is looking like a very fast level 6. All thanks to that kill at top on the Bat Rider. That got Banana. I think it was solo XP for Banana.
Still, if things go passive like this, it does favor EG overall, just because their Void is always going to be farming.
Yeah.
And you see that right now. He's top net worth in the game, despite having moved around so much.
He's very scary at this point. It has the max out time walk, so ganking and killing him would require some level of coordination between your stuns, which Zhao can bring to the table. He has hit level 7. We'll see him pick up some arcane boots shortly, so he should be thinking about his first Vendetta gank fairly soon. And Universe would be one of the prime targets for that.
Yeah.
PPD has dust here though. Fear's just gonna get stunned up. No way. Gets hit by the dust. I think he's just gonna keep running back to his tower, and that's actually alright play coming out from the Nyx. The arrow unfortunately will slightly miss PPD, who doesn't even have boots here, so they want to try and dive this tower. They've got numbers. They've got 4 heroes down here. LGD, they want to go for this.
Them.
Yeah, Xiao's got the carapace. He could lead the way. Instead, it's going to be Zai off to the side. He's the initial kill. TP's coming in now from EG to mail on the pad. EG, rather than ditching the tower, they've decided to stand their ground, but they're kind of trapped under here.
With these illusions, they're going to tank the tower for them and scout out as LGD. They want to continue this dive.
Arrow doesn't hit Fear though. That's a big cooldown. Zhao Wei, he's going to prop the carapace onto the Firefly. Turns to the Impale. Needs it. It will do so. Maybe Starstorm. That's a dead bat right at PPD and Fear. Now in a, well, initially a 4v2, turns into a 3v2 with the kill on the Oracle. Zhao Wei doesn't actually have carapace. Void, he's going to kill a solo kill up top. Fear gets slowed down. Maybe he's back in with a Starstorm. Great play coming out from Miranda to get that kill. And now it's
Want to
just
continue to dive. There's the first track.
with track, as you said. Unfortunately, without the arrows, it's a little bit harder, but PPD has no stun. He's going to TP after buying back, and without a TP scroll, maybe will go down. Problem for Fear is he doesn't get the full gold for that because of the buyback penalty.
Yeah, it does get a good amount of XP though.
Yeah.
That's what I think he wanted, just in case. He definitely didn't want that Miranda to be able to get out, but overall that is absolutely huge for LGD.
That's what they... the one thing that they're going to probably be scratching their head about is the Void solo killing the lifestealer at top.
Not sure how that happened. We were so focused on bottom.
Yeah. A chrono was used, but other than that, not sure.
I mean, I figured Universe would TP bottom. I thought he would have been one of the first ones, but he must have seen the opportunity to go for that top kill, and Aggressive just has not had a great game. I mean, if you look at Lifestealer's base stats, they're okay, but doesn't have the most armor, and we talked about how farmed and leveled this Void is. He's already got 3 levels of that time lock.
Well, as it stands, that's a T1 tower defended, but coming at a bit of a heavy cost. And that was where, like, EG, as soon as they TP into Sumail, they were committed to defending it, but they're completely trapped in those trees.
I think the part where they got really unlucky was that Zai was just walking in, so LGD got that free kill almost immediately with no investment of diving. And then from there, they had numbers advantage no matter what. And Zai didn't quite have that level 6 Chain Frost available to him.
Even just being there with the ice armor could have made a difference for his buddies. Having that bit of slow. Maybe at bottom. Pick up a Staff of Wizardry first. That's not what you'd normally see on the Mirana. But
usually you see that point booster.
Yeah. Perhaps just crew was at base coming out. I don't know. Maybe just player preference there.
Maybe.
He's an innovator. Who knows?
He does some odd stuff.
But EG, they've got the lads on Void Universe. Talked about him being the most farmed. He has been overtaken by the Mirana after that team fight. Maybe picked up a few high-value kills, but it's still a very scary Faceless Void this game.
Gold lead overall does go in favor of LGD as a result of that bottom dive. Yep. XP overall goes to EG just because how much their Void has. In all honesty, that's kind of the tipping point right now. Is LGD are going to make their assault mid. This is not a tower that you want to really get damaged if you're EG. Probably the most important tower in the early game. Yeah. So they're going to preemptively move Universe.
Oh yeah, he's ready to go. He's on the high ground. Needs to be careful. There's a dire ward that he's been spotted now. He's been pinged out as well. Grabs the bounty rune from Zhao Wei, but it does look like EG will claim the bottom tier 1 tower without losing mid. And you mentioned taking some damage. It wasn't very much damage, at least.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Invis rune for maybe. Could be very nice for him.
Okay. Might
look for an opportunity here.
Next, there's no chance he's rushing a Yule Scepter on Mirana. No, he could buy it now if that was the case.
Yeah.
It'll be the Ag Scepter. I get so tilted every time I see this try to hero build thing pop up. You open the shop and it does it. I'm just like, god damn it, why did I open the shop?
Because you want to try a new hero.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Here you go, EG. They are being flanked. Sentry Ward is there to help cover them, but
yeah. We talked about how you don't want to give up this mid tower, but LGD might just kind of be forced to.
Yeah.
As Xiao's ultimate is going to start running out now, and they're going to lose their ways to initiate, as EG have plenty of ways to start a fight, as Universe is lined up behind them.
That's the problem. Xiao, without a Blink Dagger, can't start the fight. If you can't reliably vendetta
They're gonna find him.
Yep. MMY.
Radiant's bottom
We'll look to
tower
save him with the
is
false
under
promise. He's
attack.
still taking a lot of damage, and Zhao Wei should not have a way out of this one. They get the tower, they'll get Zhao Wei.
I believe.
Radiant's
Well,
bottom tower
I
has
don't know who you're
fallen.
believing, but it was a false promise from them, Will.
Oh, dang. I like that one.
It's early in the morning, I'm sorry. It normally gets worse, though, even...
That was solid, man. Oh, they're gonna pop the dust, but Banana is out of range.
Radiant's bottom tower
This might
is
actually
under
just come at
attack.
the cost of a tier 2 if
Dire's middle
LGD
tower
isn't ready.
is
They're
under
gonna
attack.
try to flank. They know there's no
Dire's
Chronosphere available.
structures are fortified.
Oh, they want to fight. They're going to go in with the rage. Aggressive gets instantly bashed up, and his rage counselor off. He could be in some trouble here. There's an immediate stun with some frost arrows. Sumel hits the flame break to push aggressive away. Not the direct he was hoping for. Sumel gets bailed out by PPD. Swapped up. Maybe he's going to start them. He's going to do some good damage to Sumel, but not enough with the chain frost starting to bounce. It's going to end, but it's already the death of maybe Piranha. And Zhao Wei's forced to defensively
Dire's
back
middle
off.
tower has
Aggressive, investing just a neutral to heal himself up, and Zhao Wei, he was banking on there not being a sentry, and well, it cost him his life.
This
They're falling apart.
was not the kind of defense that you want to hold, especially since the Chrono was down. That was going to be one of the better opportunities that LGD was going to find, but the flank just did not work out for them. As soon as they make their move, Aggressive loses half of his rage timer to a bash by that Faceless Void, and that's what we were talking about. You're so afraid of this hero at some point. With how many levels he's gotten and how much farm he has. And probably the worst part of that is, it's not just the fact that you lost that tier 2, but it's that you lost your highest net worth hero.
I mean, EG right now just is very strong when they 5-man. They've got the Vlad's drum, so they've got a couple different aura items. I mean, PPD with the max wave of Terror makes it very hard to find the EG as well. You've got the Ice Armor, everyone just gets that little bit tankier, has that extra couple of auras to fight around, and we're seeing EG take multiple towers in succession, and it's up to LGD
Radiant's
to
top
make something
tower is
happen
under
now.
attack.
LGD are going to smoke up.
Zhao Wei gonna lead the way.
They absolutely need to find a
And
huge
if anything,
target here.
this is the right play to fight away from the 5-man group up push, because they're always
Radiant's
gonna have
top
sentries
tower
when
is
they
under
Run
5-man
into
group
fear
up.
here.
The sentry comes, but it's too late here. Taken out.
Yeah.
And if you can find EG split up, they can't have sentries everywhere on the map.
You say that as they continue to lay sentries
they-
down everywhere.
Okay. Yep, they get a couple, they get a Chrono as well. Match with 2 sentries. Banana trying to get out of range. That's out now as well. Universal finish off the kill at the bottom, but meanwhile, LGD, they want to go back in. Sumel's already committed to Lasso as aggressive. Thinking about the Batrider kill. Can he find it? Needs a couple more right clicks, maybe with the Starstorm. It's going to be just short. He does cancel the Urn Charge. Like they're going to need an arrow for this one. Oh, the Carapace helping out, gets the stun on side. Maybe going to now send everyone in, but there are still sentries there. PPD, the next target for the Lifestealer. LGD is turning this one in their favor. They have lost 3.
Oh, maybe he's going to get run into.
The sentries, they're everywhere. There's 4 in a row. You can't get away from them. He's got no TP as well. He does have an arrow. He may look to help get this side kill.
If he shoots that arrow, though, he's going to reveal his position, and I think he's way too reluctant to without a TP.
Universe can 1v2 here against the Lifesteal Miranda, considering how low they are.
He has no fear. Although, as I say that, here shows up.
More sentries.
All right, you said. God, I want to quote this.
No, when I said it, it was true.
You
Such
said
as tomorrow.
they're not going to have sentries everywhere.
At bottom is, bottom, mid, they're pretty close to everywhere.
Yeah, as we say that.
I'm about to say, let's look at PPD's net worth. And they, EG, you take 3 towers in a row, win some team fights, you'd think your Venge would have some items on farm. No, PPD is like, I'll buy some more sentries.
Dude, he is
first,
hard
guys.
committed.
Yeah.
Liquid assets. Be ready to ditch these instantly. PPD is. It's almost like he heard you when you said there can't be sentries. Yeah. And then just started planting sentries everywhere. I mean, it's smart. It's the last thing that you can do. Oh, it's like your legacy. You're like, I'm 100% dead. There's nothing that I can further contribute to this fight, but might as well make it easier for the rest of my course.
You also know that LGD can't really take a successful fight without the blink. They happen to do so there just because they got the initial pick on the Drow, but if that hadn't happened and there were sentries there and EG were 5v5, EG win those fights handily if they have the detection.
Oh, they get crushed.
But with a fight like that, suddenly Nick is a little bit closer to the blink dagger. Scan did scout them out going into Roche. They know Fear was going to stand on the edge as well, Sumail. On the high ground, and they've got the Ancient Black Dragon. This Ancient is actually fantastic for a fight around the Roshan pit.
He throws down fire
Fireball.
that does not dissipate.
It's also like you've got 2 lives. Like your first life, you're a Black Dragon, and you're reincarnated as a Life Stealer.
That's a good life to have, man.
Yeah.
That's a good cycle.
I mean, it's 2,000 HP that you can't really chew through. Xiao Wei, the triple Sentry now. If this cat
did not learn your lesson. Universe is gonna go down.
That's fine. That's the sacrifice, I guess, if you're Xiao Wei. You say, we take that trade. Zai now is going to likely just look for a chain cross. It bounces once. Oh, it bounces twice. It's still going. Oh no!
Lady.
That's not meant to keep on bouncing like that. Banana just couldn't get far enough away and aggressive. He's dead because of the chain cross.
And
more
4 sentries.
CPD, he's on it. I don't think they can kill Sumail. He's very tanky here. They're going to try though. Maybe he's got an arcane ring that will help him out. He will leap to the side. He gets swapped back and
Radiant's top tower
LGD.
is under attack.
And that was off of the back of the arrow that LGD had, and they kept their life stealer alive for quite some time. It still wasn't enough, and I think that might just prompt them
Radiant's
to run
top
into this
tower
Roshan
is
pit
under
because they
attack.
still have that chrono available. That was maybe one of the better situations that LGD were going to get into, and they still got one. But
Yeah. Trading Nyx for Void, very good for LGD.
Roshan is fallen
Everything
to the
after it,
Radiant.
not what they were hoping for.
it's all these sentries, man. Oh, right!
Sentry's dust,
Dude, you can't be an invis hero in this game anymore against EG.
Sumail, he wanted to go for the mana first, but he didn't get it. Not enough. 50 HP. Another sentry. Let's cover our bases, guys.
Dude, alright, so we talked about how teams don't like playing
Radiant's
against
middle
invis
tower
heroes.
is under
PPD
attack.
cares.
Yeah, I think PPD's like, dude, this is my prime game.
This is PPD in his element. You know, I can't wait to see like the Dota buff stats for wards played. Zai's even he's got a couple of sentries too. They fight Banana again. It is
This is
this whole raid.
maybe the least fun game I've seen played by an invis hero ever.
You know, there's like some obvious places where you'll
Radiant's
normally
top
walk into
tower
a
is
sentry
under
hero
attack.
there. Like at a team fight, okay, there's a sentry, but you don't expect to be moving around the jungle. It's going. This is the most diligent sentry detection warding I've ever seen a team do.
They're just guessing, and I mean, oftentimes at this point, they're just really educated guesses, and they're striking every
Radiant's
single time.
top tower is under
And this
attack.
is a very, very well-oiled machine. EG is just playing at the top level right now, and LGD, I don't know how many more fights they can take like this, as they are getting rapidly behind. This core life stealer wishes he had any sort of farm right now.
Just not a play from behind kind of hero to begin with.
Yeah, this has got to be frustrating for LGD, as I think they have to start dodging these fights, at least until the Aegis is gone, because if you can't win a fight under the circumstances of there being no chrono available and you popping the void instantly, you're probably not going to win a fight.
The push is on,
Dire's
PPD.
bottom tower
He's got the
is under
sentries ready to
attack.
go. He's put one down, he'll put another. Try and fight into this, he says. And Xiao Wei still without a blink dagger. That
Dire's
is
bottom
perhaps one of the
tower has
biggest
fallen.
shortcomings of LGD's lineup right now. It's just not having that initiation.
Yeah, they don't have, like you
Radiant's
said, no
middle
way to
tower
open.
is under
The only way
attack.
they were able to take that fight initially in the beginning was
Dire's
just because they had
bottom tower
that
is
arrow
under
connect,
attack.
but this bottom lane just going to get pushed out.
They've got the high ground wall, they've got
Radiant's
sentries,
middle tower
they've
is
covered
under
all their
attack.
bases here. No wait for it, so they won't find it.
And EG, they're just taking things slow. They're going to allow Fear to just chip away at this tower as the
Radiant's
Drow Ranger
middle
plus
tower is
Dragon
under
Lance
attack.
makes you a decent range out of it, as LGD look like they want to just take this fight,
Yeah,
but
good.
they don't know about
Yeah. try and walk out of your base while in Viz LGD. Let's see what happens.
They've got to learn their lesson at some point. That EG is the most prepared team I've ever seen when it comes to warding.
Their obs gets taken out. Fear only gets a couple hits off before the creep wave dies, and the D ward on the observe ward means Fear can't just sit on that low ground and have vision of the tower to attack it.
Yeah. I wonder what LGD are going to think when they watch this replay. They just see all the sentries on the ground.
This is yeah, a new kind of hate for Invis.
There's just a trail running all the way up.
It's one of those things where
Dire's
when you
top
see it,
tower
you
is
think,
under
man, they
attack.
invested that much money. If we just played a bit more defensively and not taken fights, they would have just, their economy would have been really shattered. But
Yeah.
maybe just going to keep clearing these waves out. They've got the lasso. It's on Xiao Wei, but immediate false promise. Nice to play. Soon Mail gets slowed, but swapped out the front. He catches three. Where's the fall damage? It comes from the side. Chain cross. Maybe fast up. No escape for him. No buyback for him. In fact,
The moment you were
as
born.
Xiao Wei will immediately
Keep you safe.
repurchase his own life. That sentry. Or did he say no? No sentries on our high ground, at least not just yet. PPD's got another.
Dire's structures
There we go.
are fortified.
Oh, LGD trying.
What do you guys think? This is not your base.
Yep.
EG have kind of set up a company zone.
This area is theirs. Zhao Weight's like, oh, come near. I want to get in there, but no, the universe won't have any of it. He bullies him away. Meanwhile, Banana are going to get taken out as well. And EG just beating down on LGD, and it's a GG's goal 23 minutes in. We talked about today being a big day for LGD. They've got 4 games to play. Realistically, to get to 4, they have to win 3 of the 4, and they've just lost their first, so...
Hey, we got the 3 and a 4. We would have gotten that second one if... I mean, EG...
didn't buy the
Dude, EG averaged more than a kill a minute. That is absurd. That's usually the statistic that I know